And I just really want to share my experience of the emergency department last Tuesday night. My sister was very sick. My sister Mary took very bad, and she was given a letter by her doctor to say she had to go to the emergency department immediately. She had a thing called Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is it's like shingles in your ear, and there's a very strong possibility that you could lose your hearing or paralysis of the face. Anyway, we went into the emergency department. I brought her in. She was very weak. She was as weak as a kitten, and she sat in the ED. And eventually I got a very nice nurse to bring her in and get her on a trolley because she was about to faint. But that was at 8 o'clock last Tuesday evening where she was admitted. And we knew by the letter that she was given that she had to be on antibiotics straight away, an intravenous antibiotic. And unfortunately, she didn't get to see a doctor. That was at 8 o'clock that night. She didn't get to see a doctor until 7 o'clock the next morning, and the antibiotics she got was 8 o'clock. Now, not only that, and I'm not talking about Mary, what I really want to talk about is what I saw in there. Old people, I mean, it was like something out of a war zone. That's all I can describe it like. It was just the poor doctors and nurses were trying to walk around trolleys. They could hardly move with the trolley situation. There was the old people there crying out in pain, crying out for their loved ones. They just, and my heart went out, as I say, to the doctors and nurses. At one point I pleaded with one of the nurses to try and see if we could get Mary on this antibiotic, because we were worried if she lost her hearing, the reality would be that she could lose her livelihood. And that's what we were concerned about. And the poor nurse couldn't even, she said to me, we don't even have her chart here at the moment. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to say it again, it was like a war zone in that emergency department. And I do not know how the doctors and nurses manage. That nurse that I spoke with, she was glazed over. She was almost traumatised with the amount of work that she had to do. So I suppose what I'd like to ask is if the Minister could come in and give us an update on the progress being made in emergency departments in hospitals all over this country. And as I say, you know, I mean, I don't know. There was one old woman that just broke my heart. She really broke my heart, and she was so frightened and so scared, and she didn't know where she was. She didn't know what was going on. Another man came in with a heart attack. Another woman was screaming for the nurse to come and help her. Please help me. And there was no nurses available. They were run off their feet. Anyway, as I say, thankfully Mary hopefully is going to be okay. She's just got out of hospital, but I would like to ask the Minister to give an update on the progress being made in the emergency departments in hospitals all over this country.
Thank you.